どうぞ。
こんにちは。
Well, solves that.
ルカ子。
よかった。岡部さん、ここにいてくれて。
It was Lukako, the boy I'd just been trying to get a hold of.
すまない。この前の件すっかり忘れてたんだ。それでさっき電話したんだが。
あ、本当だ。ごめんなさい。僕の方こそ気づかなくて。
He looked guilty as if he'd done something wrong.
いや、別にいいよ。それより寒いだろ。入ってくれ。
はい。
But he hesitated, seemingly distracted by something behind him.
岡部さん、相談の件なんですけど、実はその前に会ってもらいたい人がいて連れてきたんですけど、いいですか？
Hmm?
会ってもらいたい人？
Lukako moved slightly to the side, and a girl appeared behind him.
はじめまして。
Kagari? What? Impossible. The girl there was...
クリス。
No, it's Kagari.
よろしくお願いします。
どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
Well, mystery solved. After a cup of tea, I poured it out of a plastic bottle, and she thanked me in a voice that was almost impossible to hear. For my part, it was all I could do to keep the hand holding the cup from trembling. I took another good look at the girl sitting across from me.
似てる。
Not like Lukako. The girl in front of me looked just like Kirisa Makise. Her brown hair, her slightly slanted eyes, her unconcerned expression. Right now, there was no sign of her strong-willed nature, but other than that, they were identical. When I'd first seen her, my heart felt like it was going to stop. But on closer inspection, some parts were different. Like, yeah, that part. Was she about our age? She looked older than Lukako. I knew Lukako had a sister. Could this be her? She had a quiet air about her that seemed similar to Lukako. But I thought I remembered hearing that Lukako's sister was actually quite cheerful.
岡部さん？
いや、それでルカ子。
ルカ子？
ああ、失礼。俺はそう呼んでるんです。その女の子みたいだから。
I just realized that was a pretty rude nickname. But it was a habit now, and there was no changing it.
そうなんですね。
Her expression softened just a little. She really did look just like her. I took a shallow breath and forced myself to relax.
で、ルカ子、この人は？
前に話したことがありましたよね。お父さんのお客さんが泊まってるって。
ああ、聞いたけど。それじゃもしかして彼女が？
はい。
That was a surprise.
ルカ子の父親の知り合いというから、てっきりもっと年配の人かと思っていた。
違うんです。正確に言うと、お父さんの知人が連れてこられた方で。
おお。
So this wasn't the person who was talking about Harume. That made me feel a little better.
それで相談というのはこの人についてなんですけど。
その前に名前を教えてもらってもいいかな。いつまでもこの人じゃ話しにくいだろ。
Her face clouded. Did I say something wrong?
実は相談というのはそのことなんです。この人が誰なのかを知るにはどうしたらいいでしょうか。
It took a moment before I understood what he said.
待ってくれ、ルカ子。それはどういう？
記憶喪失なんだそうです。
Of course.
記憶喪
So
失？
she says, quotation marks.
はい。
It's hard to do air quotes when you're just doing audio.
はい。
どこの誰かも？
はい、
どうして？
わかりません。
Of course not. If she knew, she would have amnesia.
でもどうして俺に？
岡部さんなら記憶を取り戻すいい方法を知っているんじゃないかと思って。ほら、岡部さんよく人間の脳とか記憶とかすごく難しい話をたくさんしてたから。何でもいいんです。私が自分のことを取り戻せる方法があれば。
待ってくれ。確かにそういう話はしていたが、それはただ興味があるだけで専門的なことは何も。
I knew how the brain worked and how it was laid out, and I knew what amnesia was, but bringing back someone's memories was a different matter. Even the latest medical technology would be useless, unless of course you had your memory stored on a system like Amadeus.
そうですか。
The girl was visibly disappointed.
だったら何か身元を調べることはできないでしょうか。カナさん、本当に辛そうで。
カナさん？
仮の名前だからカナと、ルカさんのお父さんが名前がないと不便だからって。
Well, that's a name, alright.
ずいぶん安直だな。
Was that okay?
いつまでも名乗る名前でないのだから、それくらいの方がいいと。
Couldn't tell if it was deep or not.
岡部さん、なんとかならないでしょうか。せめて名前だけでもわかれば。
なんとか力になってはやりたいが、やっぱり更新所なんかに頼んだ方がいいんじゃないのか？
更新所？探偵さんみたいなものですか？
ああ。でもそれだって何か手がかりのようなものがないと厳しいだろう。財布とかカバンとか持ってなかったのか？
そういったものは何も。
何も？別に大したものじゃなくてもいい。一つくらいありそうなものだけど。
一つだけ。ただこれが手がかりになるのかどうかは。
She slowly took out a handkerchief, as if it was something that was very important to her. Whatever was inside must have been the one thing she was carrying.
見せてもらっても？
はい。あれ、もしかしてお客さんか
Almost at the exact same time Kana opened the handkerchief, I heard my eerie soft voice from the front hall. Evidently she was back from shopping. Uh-oh. 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 Suzuha was behind her too. That was a rare combination. Had they run into each other on the way?
な。あ、まゆりちゃん。ああ、ルカくん。ルカ兄さん、そちらの人は？
Oh, Suzuha doesn't know?
うちに泊まっているお客さんで。
Kana bowed her head a little. For some reason, Mayuri gave a happy little sigh as she looked at the handkerchief in Kana's hands. Inside the white handkerchief was a faded Upa keychain. Well, she would know then. Suzuha would know.
もしかして手がかりというのはそれか？
It was an old Upa keychain. Was that really a clue?
でもこのウーパいつ頃のものかな。ずいぶん古いみたいだけど。
It really did come to think of it. Upa was a character from the Right Neck Hakuno anime. Upa products had only been around for a few years now, but the one I was looking at was very old.
これもともとは緑色だったんじゃないかな。だってこれ森の妖精さんバージョンだもん。
森の妖精さん？
この前やってた映画に出てきたんだ。ほら、マユシーも持ってるんだけど、ここのところのデザインがちょっとだけ違うの。
I couldn't see any difference at all.
このキーホルダーね、なかなか売ってなくてずっと探してたんだ。そしたらこの前ルカ君が見つけて買ってきてくれたのね。たまたまお店を覗いたら売ってたから。
しかし妙だな。この前の映画のグッズなら発売してすぐのはずだ。こんなに古くは。
When I did that, I realized how pale Kana's face was.
大丈夫ですか、カナさん。
具合が悪いのか？
大丈夫。
Kana tried to stand up and almost fell forward. Lukiko quickly grabbed her.
そうだ。何か冷たいものを。
I went to get a bottle of water out of the fridge when I noticed that Suzuha was staring at Kana in shock.
Mm.
Ding, 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 there you go.
鈴葉？
そう。
Strangely, Kana wasn't the only one who was shaking a little. Suzuha was too.
嘘。そのウーパー。
どうしたんだ、鈴葉？
私は知ってる。そのウーパー、それ。
おい、鈴葉。
Kana staggered a few steps towards Suzuha and then a few steps more. It couldn't be. No, there was just no way. But
もしかしてお前。かがり。
what? Even though like that was, well, I guess it would be obvious to us as we went through the other chapters, but even still.
かがり、椎名かがりなのか。
Kana's eyes went wide. And she slowly collapsed to the floor. Donk. Alright, let's make sure we're on the right chapter. We are. Alright. So we gotta wait till January 2nd to get a call from Amadeus. That's our next little thing. Our big choice. We have to answer it, because if we ignore it, we get a different ending. And we don't go into the next chapter that we need. Cool, cool, cool.
少しは落ち着いたか？
はい、おかげさまで。
Kana had passed out after hearing the name Kagari Shina from Suzuha, but with help from Luko and the girls, she woke up 10 minutes later. But she still didn't look very good.
ルカ子、それにマユリ、すまないが、何か冷たいものを買ってきてくれないか？
え？
それから、額に貼る冷却シートのようなものもあると嬉しい。
I felt bad for Luko, but I probably didn't want either of them hearing what we were about to discuss.
わかった。行こう、ルカ君。
Luko seemed interested in hearing about what was going on, but still, he went along with Mayuri. What happened next was the problem.
カナさん。
かがり、お前、今までどこで何をしていた？